You're looking at a Volvo XC60 2026 image that screams concept car energy. Bright green paint, illuminated Volvo letters, aggressive diffuser, and sporty bodywork. And that's the perfect hook, because the real 2026 XC60 story is exactly this. Volvo took the safest, calmest, most sensible luxury SUV in the segment and quietly gave it the upgrades that make it feel younger, faster, and more premium, without turning it into a loud, try-hard performance SUV. This is New Car Insider, I'm your name, and today we're breaking down the 2026 Volvo XC60. What's actually new, why the infotainment update matters more than horsepower, whether the plug-in hybrid is the one to buy, and the one reason the XC60 keeps beating the Germans in real life. Let's start with the big picture. The XC60 is Volvo's volume luxury SUV, the one that sits right in the middle of the market where BMW X3, Mercedes GLC, Audi Q5, and Lexus RX fight for your money every day. And in 2026, Volvo didn't do a full redesign. They did something smarter, a refresh that targets the things owners touch and feel every single day. First, the exterior. For 2026, the XC60 gets a revised front end with an updated grille design that introduces a stronger diagonal motif, styling that ties it closer to Volvo's newest design direction. Out back, there are darker taillights, and Volvo expands the wheel menu up to 21 inches. Because yes, stance matters in the premium world. Volvo also adds new colors, including Forest Lake, a green metallic with a turquoise sparkle, and Aurora Silver, a silver tone with a subtle purple tint. And even the Black Edition expands to additional body colors in some markets. Now here's the part that actually changes ownership: the screen. The 2026 XC60 moves to a larger 11.2-inch infotainment touchscreen and a new interface designed to be more personalized and easier to use. Volvo pairs that with a next-gen Qualcomm Snapdragon Cockpit platform chip, and reporting says this makes the system more than twice as fast and more responsive than the one it replaces. And crucially, Volvo says this updated user experience is part of a broader rollout, with over-the-air updates planned even for some Volvos built as far back as 2020. Translation: the 2026 XC60 doesn't just get a bigger screen, it gets a brain transplant. And if you've lived with older infotainment that lags, freezes, or makes simple tasks feel complicated, you already know why this matters. The best luxury feature isn't leather, it's low stress. Now let's talk powertrains, because the XC60 is basically two different cars depending on what you buy. The plug-in hybrid XC60 T8 is the headline. Volvo and Car and Driver both describe a 455 horsepower plug-in hybrid setup, and Car and Driver notes an EPA estimated 35 miles of electric-only range, plus a 0 to 60 miles per hour run of 4.4 seconds in their testing. That means your daily commute can be mostly electric, but when you want power, it moves like a performance SUV. And yes, the charging story is the trade-off. Car and Driver says the onboard charger maxes out at 3.7 kilowatts and can take roughly 5 to 8 hours on level 2 depending on the station. So this is not the fast-charging EV life. This is the charge overnight, drive electric tomorrow lifestyle. Perfect for homeowners, less ideal for apartment living without reliable charging. Now the mild hybrid models are the quiet heroes. For 2026, the mild hybrid XC60 gets the same exterior refresh and that upgraded 11.2-inch screen experience, which means you can buy the normal XC60 and still get the most important upgrade of the year. That's a smart move by Volvo, because many buyers want the premium experience without worrying about plugging in. So which one should you get? If you can charge at home and you want the best two cars in one experience, silent electric city driving plus serious power on demand, the XC60 T8 plug-in hybrid is the one. If you want the same luxury vibe with less complexity, the mild hybrid is the stress-free choice. And in 2026, it still benefits from the biggest tech leap, that new Snapdragon-powered infotainment system. Now let's talk about why this SUV keeps winning fans. The XC60 doesn't try to be the sportiest SUV in the segment. It tries to be the most livable. Volvo cabins are designed around calm, clean layouts, simple ergonomics, and materials that feel like modern Scandinavian furniture rather than nightclub lighting. Combine that with Google built-in, native Google Maps and Google Assistant in the car, and you get an experience that feels like your phone, but without the distraction. And that's the real 2026 story. Volvo didn't just update the XC60, they modernized the part of the car you interact with more than the engine, your interface with everything.